Hope everybody can hear. What's up, TikTok? What's up, Facebook? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Today I was on the phone looking at, some people that I know from back in the days that done been in some places where I done been at. And I was sitting back trying to think about what is I'm gonna talk about today. Us who done been to prison or been in jail for a length of time, that we've been incarcerated. Some of us came home with dreams. Some of us didn't come home with dreams. Some of us came back home with the same foolishness. Let me tell you something. I learned a lot in prison. I learned a lot while I was in jail. I learned a lot while I was kept going to jail. That it's a revolving door, that it can take anybody at any given time. What we have to do is look at the things that may put us there. I never could blame somebody for the things I have done. I cannot do that. I never did, really. Because if I put my hand inside the oven, well, it's me who getting burned. That. I thought that I was invisible, and the state would understand that I'm out here trying to take care of my kids the best way I could. They don't look at that. They don't look at that. And really, you shouldn't look at it. What you ought to look at is your consequences that comes with these things. I had been going to jail practically half of my life, going in and out, in and out, in and out. And then they kept telling me the big door is going to hit you soon. I said, well, whatever. I'm just going to lay down. No, it ain't laying down. When you get in a place that you cannot get out, it's a different world. It's a different survival. And it is. On a female's point of view, I'm here to give to you. They treat us like we ain't nothing. Because we put ourselves in a place of nothing. So the gods don't owe us nothing, no more than what we try to make ourselves better. I was in there, I was like blaming everything on everybody. I was like, oh, is this person for much, pushing me to that point? Nah. I pushed myself to that point. I'm just giving y'all little details of it. When I went to jail for this last time, the judge said your case hold 30 years. Your points score you out to 50 years. My eyes got big. I started thinking. I should have been thinking before I did what I did. And I'm like, well, how you gonna judge me for something way back in the past? Said what it is, it's your points. It's your points. I said, what you mean by my points? Every time you went to jail, every time you got in trouble, every time you did whatever, guess what? Guess what happened? That went toward any time when you getting ready to go to prison. I said, I don't understand that. So you understand it when them doors go to swinging in. So I said, all right, whatever it is. So I did research. Research showed me that the points that you have did when you was younger or whatever, it goes towards your adult years and put time on you. And that's exactly what happened. I thought I was big and bad and could do this and that. When I went around that guy's house and I jumped on him, and then they was already trying to get me for sale and delivery and manufacturing, but they never could catch me. That, but I knew sooner or later they were gonna get me for something, and they did. So I told my son to stick with his sister no matter what until I come home. That was the worstest thing I had to do, is leave my children's behind. Knowing that it was danger out here and this and that, and their father, was here and there and everywhere or whatever. But I did what I had to do. And I told my oldest son to stick with your sister no matter what. No matter what she do and how she do it, stick with her until I come home. Nobody didn't come see about my kids other than other family members. Some family members didn't care less what happened to my kids because of the fact I made that decision. My kids was faced going into child care service. No one didn't come down to come get my kids. No matter what they was talking about, no matter what my kids or whatever was thinking, it was children's. But nobody didn't think about that. So my kids did what I had taught them on survival. And they did that. And they didn't beg none of my family members for nothing. And they took care of themselves and me at the same time. My whole thought in prison was hurry up and do my time and get back home to my kids. Because I made this decision, not them, and they shouldn't have to suffer with it because of me. And they always told me, Mommy, I love you. We already know you did what you had to do to take care of us because wasn't nobody there for you. And you did what you felt that was necessary to make sure we had. See, this is my story of my prison stuff. I didn't get no letters, only from my son and my daughter and my sister and my cousin. That was a hurtful thing when I got a big family and I didn't get no letters from nobody. This is the first I'm speaking of it ever since I've been incarcerated. That was a hurting thing, that my family is so big. And I told you who sent me letters. Who sent me money to make sure that I had my hygienes and things that I needed was my sister, my one sister, and I got plenty of them, my son, and my daughter. Young as they was, now we stuck together as a family. And I love that. That's why I appreciate my sister Sonia so much, because she stood by me. Whether I was wrong, right, or whatever, it didn't matter to her. She didn't never judge me. But she came to see me. on her rough days, she came to see me. My cousin, she made sure I had a letter. Karen made sure I had a letter inside the prison. My daughter didn't know what to say, so she drawed me stick people with the heart beating, saying, "I love you, mama." My son came to see me every visit that he could, and my sister Sonia. To sit back, to know that I got so much family and so much this and so much that, no one did not bat an eye how I was getting along. And it made me kind of angry toward my family. My grandma had passed while I was in there. That was a hurting thing. My niece got killed in a car accident. I wasn't there. My mother was still holding on, and I wasn't there. And we was at our big end. I prayed each and every day while I was in that place to no return, where people don't care about you and they will stab you in your back, whether you looking or you're not looking. Now, I was really in survival time, knowing that I didn't have no big support system going on to keep me together. But I depended on my little sister Dee Dee and my auntie that was in the prison system with me on the same grounds, that told me and I told them each day, "I love you." That went a long ways, where I still was hurt in the middle of the night, thinking how many brothers and sisters I got, how many family members I got, and they was not there for me. Because of the choices I made, they made me suffer with it. And the way I feel, they throw me to the dogs. Because I was one of the children that was the black sheep, because I'm constantly always in trouble. But I'm still a person. I'm still who I am. And the only reason why I was the way I was, because it wasn't no support system for me. And a lot of y'all that done been going through this, I'm letting y'all know y'all not by yourself. A support system is a good thing, especially when you done had tragedy through your lifetime from a child, and it wasn't no support system there. Wasn't nobody looking for me. Wasn't nobody caring about how I ate, where I slept at, or where I was. And if they did, I didn't know about it then. I'm going back a little bit. My own uncle that loved me dearly, and he's deceased right now, told me, he said, "Shishi, I ain't got no business in Pensacola, but I'm finna go make a way. I want you to go to your other uncle house and stay." I didn't want to go to nobody's house and stay. See, no structure. No structure, still loose. Still got to depend on however I may be thinking, and I'm a child. He went to Pensacola, knowing he ain't supposed to have been there, just to make a home for me, where everybody shut their doors on him. And he went to prison for a lifetime and died in prison. Then with that, like I said, I went, because this is the road that was gave to me at that time. to sell drugs, steal cars, beat up on people, shoot at people. I did all of that. I did all that. I'm not proud of it, but I did all of that. With no support system. I had to take other people to be my family when I had a family. But I feel like my family didn't love me at the time because of the fact they was not there for me. So I started getting some hatred type things in me toward any and everybody. It did not matter who you was. You was going to get the back end of the stick because I got the back end of the stick. And in there, I had to keep one eye open and one eye closed. I had to put my hustling skills to another level in there just to survive, just to have canteen whenever my daughter couldn't send me nothing. I had my own brother that would send other people in the prison money when he wouldn't even send me. And I didn't never do anything wrong to him. I never was a totally disgraced like I was a whore in the street or I was an addict in the street. I wasn't none of that. But I didn't get nothing. Not a penny. Not nothing. Not money on the books for I can call home. My daughter was out stealing little different things to put money on the phone so I can at least call home to hear their voice. And that kept me for my 4 years and 5 months. And that was something to go through, knowing that my family is so big. And they wonder why sometimes I get to the spot where I'm at is because it wasn't none support. I know I was a bad child, but I was a bad child because it was given to me to be like that. Out here robbing. I gave the police a high-speed chase. Set It Off came on the next day. It was coming out. I saw the thing, but I never looked at the movie. I gave the police a high-speed chase. And they put me on Channel 7 and Channel 10 News, giving them a run. A good one. I'm talking about in a car, going through barricades and all. I did that. People had played with my money, and I done shot at them because I'm trying to earn my respect out here. And that's why y'all hear me say sometimes I got to fight for what I believe in. Because that's what I was gave. That's what I was taught from the streets. I will fight anything and anybody. I will kick your door in and dare you to call the police on me. I did that. Because of the fact, my upcoming. From the age of 12 until I went in. See, I'm jumping around, so I'm giving you little details on different things because it's more to it that goes with me. Because I was thrown out in the streets like a piece of trash when I was younger. Not because I disrespect anybody. It's because I wouldn't go along with a program that was degrading my body. That. And I feel like I deserve better than that. I see other people's lives that were going good, and I used to sit back and wonder why mine wasn't going good. So now it's like, hey, it's a dog eat dog world. You feed me trash, I'm gonna give you trash. But sitting in that penitentiary day in and day out, knowing all the people that I knew, and then when I came home, only thing they could do is tell me, oh, I had you in my thoughts. You know, that didn't mean nothing to me. Oh, precious, you know we love you. That didn't mean nothing to me. Every guy that came up to me, you better get out my face before I rob you, because I'm on that. Or what you got? You gonna get mad because this person in my face? You gonna get mad because this person in my face? Man, I ain't studying none of y'all. It's a dog eat dog world. I'm trying to come up. And I'm looking at how my children had to suffer while they was not without their mother. And they told their daddy, no, we're not leaving until we see our mother. We're not leaving until we see our mother. I salute my children on that, because they know I wasn't a bad mother. Whatever I did in the streets, it was all for them. When I ran through the front door and ran through the back door and dropped money down with my babysitter and said, I'll see you because the police is at me, I got to go. I did that. It's more to this story with prison, the streets, family, and my feeling and my pride. When I talked to this guy that went through what he went through, I felt what he was trying to do. It let you know some routes you don't have to go. Some routes you can overlook. When I thought I could not overlook them and I had to do what I had to do, it was another road, but I didn't know that, because I knew not what I was doing no more than survival. While my family asked me, why you do the things you do? You know what I want to ask them? Why y'all did the decisions that y'all made? You asking me a question, but I keep them thoughts to myself, because I was a human being. I was something that supposed to be loved and cared for, but I wasn't. It probably was a thought. It probably was this. But at the time in my frame of mind, it was not there. You know, a lot of my brothers and sisters, they had people to care for them. They had people that was for them. I didn't have nothing. Nothing. Nothing but this, and my 2 feet. That's what I had. So when people come to me and talk about, oh, boss lady, why you the way you is? Why you so hard? Why you act like a guy? Hey, that's all I know. That's all I know. To fight for what I believe in. When somebody come to me with that rah, be like, what? You gonna give me respect or get out my face? Like in this DJ game, they like, what? You the only female around all these guys. And what? And what? I don't like females like that. They don't know how to get out and get no money. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all act like girls. Some of y'all get intimidated about who I am. I am an alpha and I always will be. I'm an OG status. A lot of people know me. A lot of people know of me. I have calmed down a lot. I have let a lot of people get away with a lot of stuff because of the fact I was in that penitentiary and I don't want to go back. But if I got to, I will. But I don't want to. Because I know when I come back out in a pine box. I love my grandkids. I love my children's. I love the kids that I have been taking care of through my years and years and years. And y'all hear me say, oh, that's my son. Oh, that's my daughter. Oh, that's my brother. You know, because these is outside people that I had to cling to keep this and this together. Because my own structure was not there for me. Because they had their own thoughts. I'm just a lost cause, and I might well go into the prison system and stay there. And it doesn't matter if I send her a letter or not. She put herself there. But it's not like that. See, I'm going to tell you what I do. Some of the kids that's not my kids, I make sure if they're in prison, they got a letter. They know mama loved them, even though I might have didn't have them. Brothers, sisters that didn't come from the same mama or the same daddy, they know I stand 10 toes down because this is the way I knew brothers and sisters and mothers and people supposed to be. Stand by your people no matter where they at and how they did that to get there. Because you don't know what's going on in the inside. And I'm living experience from what I went through as a child, as a teenager, as a grown person. Man, there's some levels I went through that made me the way I am. Prison wasn't the answer, but it was something to wake me up to say that the world don't owe me nothing. And I meant just that. My brothers and sisters from my mother don't owe me nothing. Because when I wanted it, I couldn't get it. When I screamed out for it, I could not get it. So why should I worry about something now? And that's real. See, my side of my family don't really knows how I feel. But I smile. And I don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. I love them unconditionally because that's me. That's my structure. And I don't bring that up in their faces that if you would have grabbed me up long time ago, I wouldn't have never kept going to jail. I wouldn't have never been shooting at people. I wouldn't have never been knocking them in the head with a pistol. I wouldn't have been kicking in people's doors. I wouldn't have been stealing their cars. I wouldn't have been doing none of that if you would have just grabbed me up. But that did not happen. So the streets was my family. And the streets, to me, gave me much love than anything. They taught me the survival that I don't have to be a hoe in the street. I didn't have to be a freaking addict. I didn't have to do none of that to survive out here. I know you love me, baby. Baby, one thing about it, Auntie knows. Auntie knows. During this time, you wasn't born at this time, baby. That's the part that I'm going at. Is like why a lot of us went to prison. Why a lot of us went through some of the things that we went through. Yeah. And it's real. You know, it's us. They never sat back and asked us how we really feel. They didn't care. They didn't care. That's a hurting situation as being a female. As being a female, it's a hurting situation. That only thing you wanted was love, structure. That's it. No matter came from daddy, mama, sister, brother, whatever. I saw everybody going to VP with their mamas, with their daddies. I didn't have that. I had nothing but my son and my sister to come see about me. And to me, I would sit back and play this in my head. I would read my letters 20 times out a day to keep structure. Yeah. This would keep Boss Lady going. That I done been there, did that, stood in the shoes where some guys ain't never stood in the shoes, but they could judge. And I tell them quick, man, what you judging me on, man, I done been judged so many times, so it don't even matter. Man, you can put on your fighting shoes, put on your boxing gloves, and let's get it. That. And I strive so hard. And I try not to ask nobody for nothing. I take from here, I take from there, and I try to put it together to make it work. This is from us. I speak for a lot of us that sat in that penitentiary, that sat in the jailhouse because certain people have gave up on us and didn't care. But I'm going to tell you what my motto is. I never give up on nobody. I don't care how bad you is. I don't care how much you done went out there and shot drugs in your system. To me, you're a person. Because I've been there. I ain't took drugs, but I know the feelings. And I know when somebody kick you to the curb because of your decisions that you have made. Ask me why I made them decisions. Because when I came to you for help, you wasn't there. So now it's for me to do what I need to do. So don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge people. I never judge nobody. Except for what I went through as a person. This subject is a very touchy situation. And when he said he wrote a book on his stuff, every time I got ready to write my book about my life, man, my heart got heavy. It got heavy. Because I started reliving something that I tried to put so deep down within me that brought out so much anger. You know? Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. I do these talk shows for a reason. To learn and educate people. Not to go that route. Go deep down within yourself. Find out who you is. And cling on to it. Because if you cling on what somebody else may be feeling and why they did what they did, you are still in a whirlpool that ain't gonna never stop. Y'all female that be out there with these bad relationships. And you talking about you ain't got nowhere to go and this is the only person that loves you. No, you need to love yourself. I've been there. Y'all who out there putting drugs in your system trying to get over something. Let me tell you something. While you getting high, you still thinking about it. I never got high. But I done sat down and drunk me some liquor and thought I can drink my pains away. But guess what? I cannot do that. You can't do that. Because as you getting drunker, higher, or whatever, or matter, the pain is still there until you deal with it. And how you deal with it? Face it. Face the people. Face the problem. And I'm going to tell you something. I faced one of mine. My stepfather that was molesting me from the age of 2 to the age of 12 when I got up out my mama's house. I confronted him and said, why you did what you did? You know something, he could only look at me. You know how bad I want to tear his head off? Because, dog, you was the structure of the evilness that went in me. Then, you know, my mother, I didn't want to ask her why you did what you did and put me outside. I didn't want to ask her that because I felt like she went through enough already dealing with different things, and I seen it because I was there to pick up the pieces with the trouble that she was going through when none of my family members wouldn't go and see after my mother. But after she did what she did, she still was my mother at the end of the day. And that's what I was teaching my children. Being a mother don't come with a rule book. Sometimes we make wrong decisions and for the wrong reasons when we think it's the right reasons. That structure, stand in the paint, no matter what. That. And I forgave my mama. She was on her deathbed, but I forgave her. And that was a burden that was left off my heart. For her to tell me, thank you, my daughter, for forgiving me for the wrong I have caused you. Kind of late, but I took it. But I look at all the stuff I've been through. I even much went to college and took up the theology of the Bible because I wanted to get more closer to God. I want to find out exactly, you know, how he talks to you, how he means stuff. I did it. But I still was hurt because it was a void in me still missing, still going on. And God is a good God. I'm not going to say that he's not. But it was something that I kept a block with. And I took off my collar and went back to some of my old ways. But I still kept him here and here, my Omega. Because I know who kept me safe through all the tragedy I went through. And then when I went up in that prison, y'all don't want to go there. You'll find out who your friends is. You'll find out who your loved ones is. You'll find out what your structure is and who you are, because that's another different world in there. You think you in a dog eat dog world out here. Behind them walls with them crazy people. I was in there with a lady that fed her child to her husband. I was in the same dorm with her. I was in prison with a lady that molested all her children, from the boys to the girls. I was in there with the Rolex killer. telling you, it's a different world inside them prison walls. And you can't walk away from it. You got to face it. I was in there with real serial killers. Y'all think y'all out here with serial killers still walking around. Imagine being locked up in 4 walls with them. I was there and stood the paint with them. Walked around with them every day, slept around some of them. And when I come out here and I have people telling me, oh, you're a girl. Man, you shut up. You ain't stood in my shoes, dog. You ain't had to face what I had to face. So don't tell me nothing. When I had to depend on other things and say that was love. And the main love that I had, to be honest, the main love I had was my children's. That was my children's. And I love them to death. I love the ones I have raised because I have taught them not to believe everything you see, but believe in everything you do. Because you could be where I was, but I'm going to try not to let you get there. That's why my talks go on every day. This come from prison, from this and that, to build you up, not to tear you down. I done stood in a lot of shoes. That's why I can sit back and I could talk about it. I could talk about these things and still be all right with myself. Because I got to pray each and every night for God to give me strength, to give somebody else a encouraging word, or to see a smile on my face, knowing what I done been through. And y'all wonder why I talk about love, respect, honesty, and loyalty. Because that's one of my topics. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because I'm going to tell you something. I done been in some places that some of y'all couldn't even much handle. And never fold. Never fold. Go on to yourself and restructure yourself. Peel off different people that you know ain't for you. It could be family members. Pull them off. Me and my brothers and sisters on my mother's side, we all came to immense. You know, they told me some of the things. But my question always was, why you didn't come see about me? Regardless what I went through. Regardless how aggressive I was. How much hood I was good. Why you still ain't come see about me? Why it took other people outside my family to come see about me? That's a big thing. I don't want nobody going through that. This is why I'm a foster mother. I love being a foster mother. I love being other people's family. So I can see how a real family really is supposed to be. And all the skills I got them from the streets. I did. Mine's from the streets. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. That's what I want to be. I want to be this liaison between the things that you or anybody else may go through. It's real. Boss lady have a that everything overwhelmed me, and I had to get in a corner and say, God, give me strength, because there's other people out here that need this knowledge, what I'm about to give them. And I need your strength for me to continue giving it to them. Show them how to build businesses, how to be that queen, king they are. I know a woman can't really tell a man what to do, but guess what? I done stood in some of y'all guys' shoes. For real. Real talk. How to be a loving person. It took a lot to get here. It took a lot. That's why I be telling a lot of these DJ boys, don't play with me, dog. Don't downgrade me, dog. It's another side to me that you don't want to see. Let me do me. If you can't help me get to where I've got to get at, get out my way. Because I'm going to make it happen. I still is and will always be that other person too. That I can go on any level at any given time. It's how you want it. So let me be me. Let me keep a straight head. Let me focus on my own lane. Stay out mine. That right. Because the prison doors is a revolving door. Hell is a drop pit for anybody. And I'm not looking to go back. Unless it's necessary. So these days coming to a different year. Y'all who done went to prison, tell your story. Tell your background story with it. You might not want to tell everything because certain things, it ain't for everybody. But certain feelings on certain things that somebody might be going through, guess what? Give it to them. Don't die with the legacy and the movement when you can make somebody else better. Y'all who want these talk shows, do it. Do it. Do not stop. I'm an OG that's going to give it to you. Yeah. Raw and uncut. Maybe this way God is using me. Instead of me being up in the pulpit and I'm preaching for what my degree gave me. I'm out in the world. Giving it where it's necessary. Where Jesus walked through the market and it was nothing but sinners everywhere. And he shook their hand and, gave them a kiss on their forehead and let them know, I ain't no better than you. So this is where I'm at. I ain't no better than nobody. But I'm here to give you a encouraging word. I'm here to tell you that your Omega love you more than anything. That part. And keep striving on what you believe is right. Don't let nobody put you in a position that you cannot get up out of when you know better. That part. That part. This is my talk, my teaching for a lot of y'all that's out there. Know that boss lady, Precious, she, the ones that knows me by them names there. Because all them names stand in different shoes for different areas. And they know my face never change. I'm still who I am. I just ain't out there slinging dope. I ain't doing that no more. I don't care what goes on. But I got a different hustle. Business, education, raising That's where I'm at. I ain't finna lay down to the sideline with the knowledge that I have. I'm gonna give it to you. So when I lay back and I can't get up, then we like, that woman taught me something. That's all I look for. That woman taught me something. And I'm here to teach you until there's no breath in my body, because no one did not give it to me. That. I ain't gonna say I'm always right, but I want you to seek for the right knowledge within what I tell you or what I'm giving you. Go for it. Yeah, baby, I know. Trust me, baby. Auntie knows. Auntie knows. Yeah, but I want you to always know your daddy is my brother, and he lives within me because he was the one that stood by my side while I was out in the streets. He made sure I ate when nobody else didn't worry about me eating. Showed me the game and showed me how to get out there and fight my way through it. And don't matter what. And if I got my butt whooped, he was whooping my butt. That. So his structure is with me. His spirit is with me. That's my brother. He's with you also. I know he was probably hard on a lot of things because of the fact he'd been through so much through his lifetime, and always was a hustler. Always was a person that go out and get it, but he loved his children no matter what. And that's what he taught me. To love my kids, to do whatever that it takes to take care of my kids. It might not be much. It might be just a word of advice. It might have was $1. It might have was not $1 million, but it was something. And I'm going to tell you something. A hug or that face saying, tighten up, was better than anything. So in a way, because by me being older than your daddy, I always took your daddy as a daddy figure other than a brother, because he was always there to keep me in line. It was only 2 people that you could call and I'll tighten up. I'd be like this. Okay, I'm sorry. Them the only 2 guys that get me to say I'm sorry, because I wouldn't say I'm sorry to nobody. I wouldn't care who you was. Take it or leave it. And if you didn't like it, that's how I was. I didn't care. I didn't care because the universe didn't care about me. But my brother always said, you can't think like that, Sheila. She, Precious, Boss Lady. My brother done went through all my names with me through the years. But at the end of the day, I am Sheila, the OG from the streets, that gonna give it to you raw and uncut. And my family members that's listening, don't think I'm putting y'all down. I just wanted y'all to know deep down in how I felt through the years coming up. But I understand everybody had their own ways of how they deal with things. You know, I had my way how I deal with things, and someone was on the wrong note, but it took care of me. It took care of me. Only thing I could say out of all of this, all that come in the streets, what I got up out of it, I got a bullet in my arm, a 22 that's still there. I got a stab mark on the side of my ear. Yeah. In and out of prison, in and out of jail, in and out of trouble, in and out of marriages, in and out of this and that. But I'm still here from the grace of God. I am Deborah that sits up under a tree waiting on you to say, did you ever been through this? Yeah, but I've been through it, but this is how I handled it. And this is the failure that happened with it, or this is the success that happened with it. Now, how you want to do it? Now, however you want to do it, you can do it. You just know everything comes with the consequences is according on where you're going at. See, I'm that Deborah, that Deborah that sits up on a tree. Yeah, cast with a ghost tree. Every time I sit down here in front of my camera, I'm getting it to you raw and uncut. That 57 years old, still look like this. And you would never know I went through all the tragedy that I don't went through. You would never know until I tell you. And I only told you part of it. But it's a whole heap that goes along with it. But I gave you something to go on if you're going through what you're going through. Tighten up. Tighten up. Look at your circle. And know that your circle, it might be all that, might not be all that. And look at your kids. Look at your kids. Nephew, I'm going to tell you something. You got some beautiful children. And in heart, you are a beautiful daddy, a beautiful man, a beautiful husband to who you with. Make your life, their life, better than anything you have seen or heard. You are a builder of what you made. You are. And I ain't say you can be. I say you are. That's all you got to do is take that step and go for it. Take your daddy dream to the next level. You are a rapper. You are a singer. Do you. Let your children look at your legacy and do it. You are doing. Not the things of the world, but the things that's going to get them where they need to be at. Q, you are a good father. I want you to do what you got to do. Player P, you a soldier, dog. You an OG. I ain't got to tell you nothing. You already out here teaching everybody else and still doing what you're doing. You are that brother that I wouldn't trade for nothing in the world. And believe that to the fullest. This says, best sister for eternity. I wear it on my wrist to the fullest. And only thing y'all got to do is deep down in, find out the good part of you and work with it. P, you're a good father. You're a good husband. You do what you got to do. And I follow your lead on a lot of things. You might not think that I do, but I do, even though I'm older than you. But I look at you and I look at your success of being a rapper, being a DJ, and I work at it. And then you made me a club rocker. To me, that's better than giving me $1 million, bro. It is. Because I worked hard at what I do. And I thank you for it. I do. I can give a salute to Flavor G, rest his soul. Love him to death. He made me that street woman that I can hold my grounds on anything. He made me the woman I am. He made me the soldier I am. And I thank him for it each and every day. I miss his calls. I miss just calling him. I tried to call him the other day, and God knows I had to realize my brother's not here. But I fell asleep in my dream. He was talking to me. So he answered my call anyway. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Love him to death. And I just wanted y'all to know where prison is not the answer for everybody, but it is a structure. Don't go there. Them people don't care nothing about you in there. And don't go to hell because you can't get up from it. Think about things that you do and how you do it and the people around you. If they're not benefiting your structure, let it go. Let it go. Because there's other things you could do in life. And you right, baby. Boss up. That's my brother Toon. Toon Ted. I love my brother. I love all my brothers, and I got so many of them. But I tell you, it's only a few that's dear to my heart. And y'all know who y'all are. That part, you know. And I love y'all. I love y'all. I do. I love all my brothers. I do. And I'm glad to have so many of y'all. I do. I do. And on my mama's side, my brothers that's on that side, I love y'all too. And my sisters, I love y'all too. But I tell you one thing. I am a woman with a big family. A big family. And I love my brothers. I love y'all. I do. And I want to give thanks to Thug Hound for dealing with me. You know, I'm a tough cookie to deal with. I am. And he be sitting back doing like this. That man had to take Tylenols, and you know, sometimes he got to take a drink to deal with me. Because I'm rough around the edges. I am. But I'm here to give y'all talk shows every day. I want to, that thugga. Hey, it's Lorenzo the Benzo. That part. That. And I want y'all to go on to www.livesideradio.com. And the platforms to whatever we are doing is there on the Roku channel. We are here for your needs. We are here to put your business out there. All DJs, if you ain't been popular, come on to the live side. Slide on this side and we're going to give it to you. What's up, what they do. That part. And then we got that Rap Your City. You know, with that fish and grits. He gonna have you to rap your city. And then this girl that's behind me, this my children's. Yeah, they bad. They bad, especially that one. Oh, and I'm on a Boom FM also. I'm on several radio stations and several. I mean, it's only one TV channel, and it's together. Rap Your City and Go DJ TV. Yeah. That's a whole thug over there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I'm letting y'all know we got a lot of artists coming through the house. Like y'all seen last night, OG Fair was in the house with the Player P. Player P was playing his song, and he got more to come. I'm telling you, there's more to come. OG Fair got some more stuff for you. Let me tell you something. And the click that's going on, let me tell you, it's going down. And Player P daughter, she got her single out. Check it out, check it out, check it out. It's some more things that will be showed on Go DJ TV. Got the Muppet Show going on. We got series going on with the DJs, how they live and how they getting along and how they fussing about speakers wise and stinking ass mics. That part. Oh, we in the building. We in the building. And if you ain't know, the train. The streets. That right there. Do it again. The streets. That part. We are outside. We are on the streets doing like this. Yeah. We being nosy. that part. And we're going to put it out there. Yeah, speakers wise and stinking ass mics. Rap your city wherever you at. Come on to the live side and we got you. Yeah. Yes. I'm telling you. Well, my talk show is done because I got to go deal with my children. They about to beat up Thug. They is. I got to go handle my business, y'all. So I got to go take my word, spread it, share this page, and go on to WW Live Side Radio, the streets, FM.com. On the platform, it tells you all that we are doing. We are branding shirts. We got the labels if you need them. We got our business over here with my brother Player P, the rock star, that dynamite funk. Jack right there. And we got the shirts, we got the cars, we got the websites, we got different things. If you want it, you want your talk show to be on our television, give us a call. Ring. And we got the what? The streets.
The streets.
All right now.
The streets shirts.
Street shirts.
The Go DJ TV shirts.
Yeah.
The Rep Your City shirts.
Yes.
Like I say, that's the market. They can purchase all shirts on our website.
And we have the Tongue Twerk Queen talking dirty after dark.
Shirts.
It's going down. That's my daughter. If anybody want to know, if you know her, she's a tongue twerk queen that done went viral so many times. I think it's over 20 times she done went viral. And she got her things going on. Go on to Bingo. Go on to every platform. You will see her because she's on there. And she got her new single that will be coming out. It will be coming out. Wait for it.
The streets.
Yeah. A new
the streets.
Stick your tongue out. That part. And check out my son, Jay Craig, that's down south. He got your party needs down in South Miami. Check him out. He got a dance studio. Yes, he do. Jay Craig, my son. Yes,
the streets.
Okay. What we on, Rockers, and go on 15 Ave. Check out the Christmas on 15 Ave on the 17th of this month. Terry will be giving out toys, food, and giving you a parade of the lifetime. Then on up here in Atlanta, you got Ed with his birthday bash at the O'Reilly's off of Old National. Covington. I'm sorry, Covington. You know, Thug got to correct me all the time. Covington Highway. Come and check it out at O'Reilly's, where you will be at if you are in Atlanta, Georgia. But if you are in Miami, go check out Terry Ellis over there off of 15 Ave. Christmas on the Ave.
The streets.
Yes, that's the only reason why I'm not down there right now, Terry, because we got a function to do over here at O'Reilly. But we love you. We here. We will be broadcasting what you're doing.
The streets.
Love you, bro. Keep up the good work. We are out of here.
The streets.